Hey guys, it's Phaedra from All Things Phaedra, and today I'm talking all things cars. And you may be looking saying, well, that's not a car, that's a truck. To which I would say, technically, you're correct. But I think this is the truck that will turn car lovers into truck lovers. So I am not from Texas, I've never been a big truck girl, and I don't necessarily think bigger is better. And that's why this Ford Maverick is kind of pushing all the right buttons for me. So what you're looking at here is the 2022 first edition Ford Maverick, and the trim level is the Lariat all-wheel drive 4x4. So if you are interested in a compact truck, but maybe you think you want a little luxury, well, this is as luxurious as it gets. This is not going to be a $90,000 Mac Daddy pickup truck, but this is a really solid and fun truck. I'm calling this the pickup truck for car lovers. And when I show you some of the cool features, you might agree with me. Now, if you're already a truck lover, this is one that a lot of people are excited about. In fact, I was in the parking lot, the Walmart parking lot of all places, and I had a guy come up to me and say, what do you think about the Maverick? Now, I had only had it for a few days, so I didn't have a lot to say, but it's got a lot of really good reviews, and it's fun to drive. But what I really love about it is extremely versatile. Ford actually has their own marketing message. The message is flexible, fun, capable, made for people who never knew they needed a truck. Now, I came up with my opinion before I even read that, so we're kind of on the same page. They say it's rugged, but not bulky, capable, but not cramped. That's right, this is a four-door pickup truck, and even though it's compact, you may think that it's a little small in the back. Not so, my friend. You may think, well, can you really do much with this bed? Yes, you can, my friend. I am going to show you all of that and more. First thing I'm going to do is give you a quick walk around of the exterior to show you a little bit more about the Maverick exterior up close and personal. You're going to hear the engine purring, and that's because it is very cold outside, and I want it to be nice and warm when I go inside and show you the interior. The color you're looking at is Rapid Red Metallic, which I'm sorry to say you will not be able to get in 2023. This is part of the first edition package, which is an appearance package that gives me a couple of cool things here. The first one are these decals, or as I have recently found out in Canada, they call decals, which blows my mind. Can you see that first edition print there? So we've got that there. We've got some on the sides as well. There's the Lariat badging. The other thing is you might be noticing those sweet wheels. Those are 17-inch unique aluminum wheels. Ford's words, not mine, but I think they're pretty cool. The other thing you get are these black side mirrors. They actually call them black skull caps. And you get a black roof up top. And finally, this is an option, I believe, for 2023. We have this soft tonneau cover. I feel like I'm never saying that word right. We're going to get to that because the bed of the truck is where it's really fun. But the next thing I'm going to do is take you inside to take a look at this truck. Now, as I go to get in, you may be noticing some of these accents that I've added to the truck here. And I do that to lend an air of authenticity. Actually, I normally wash each vehicle before I show it to you, but I actually intentionally left that mud on there because I thought it made it look cool. So we're gonna go inside, and you're gonna see some mud down there too. And that is gonna lead me to talk about some of the options that this truck has and some of the accessories that you can get. Boy, am I glad I left that heat on, because it is, well, it says it's only 38, but I swear it is cold outside. So I am actually enjoying some of the comforts of this Lariat. It actually has the Lariat luxury package. Now, the luxury is not going to be, like I said, this is not a $90,000 pickup truck. This one is actually around $36,000. So think about it, more or less top of the line, 36. It starts at around 22. That may have changed some for the 2023 year, but this is a really reasonable and affordable truck. So we're at around 36 with the luxury option. So what does that give me? Well, I'll show you. So I do review a lot of new cars, a lot of fancy cars, a lot of really expensive cars, and I get used to a lot of that. But what I love about this is it's simple yet functional. The design is really clean. It's not overloaded with electronics. You don't need, a 12-year-old to explain what all the technology does. It's pretty straightforward in here. And it is designed to be functional. You'll see a lot of compartments here. You'll see compartments here. We've got the glove box over here. I'm going to talk about the doors in a second. We've got our 6.5-inch screen up here. It is a touch screen, and it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You know what? I didn't use it at all this week because I just, I felt like I wanted to take a break from some of that stuff. It does have Bluetooth capability, and you can use Sync 3 recognized third-party apps. So we've got all of our controls up here, very tactile. We've got our buttons, same with climate control down here. Now I mentioned the luxury package, so some of the things that you get are the heated seats. I'm sorry, that's become a must for me. A heated steering wheel, same for the passenger. But the rest is, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, and you do have heated mirrors, which is good if you're driving in weather. I actually needed to use that this morning. Down here, we've got all of our power outlets, USB-C, USB-A. We've got our stop-start button right here. Minor complaint, when it is dark at night and you get in the vehicle, this does not light up. So if you're not familiar with it, you'll be fumbling around for the button trying to figure out where to turn it on. So stop-start button here. And then this right here, if you're not used to trucks, which I wasn't, I went, what does that button do? Well, it opens the back window. This compartment down here, again, these are pretty durable, pretty tough materials here, but I didn't mind that. It's got a nice compartment. With the luxury package, I get wireless charging for my phone right down there, but I also love that it's designed, I don't know if it's designed for this, but you could prop your phone right there. So if for some reason like you needed to have a map up or something like that, you could easily put it right there. This is an 8-speed electronic transmission. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I take this on the road. And I am moving my water bottles around. My water bottle is a prop in this video, and I'll show you what I'm going to use that for in a second. Again, more compartments for your stuff here, here, and then of course, in your console right here. It's a pretty good size. Oh yeah, that's really deep. There's not a whole lot more to show you up front. These are pretty basic controls. You can run through your menus, your vehicle menus. I find that there's actually more on the dash than there is on the touch screen, so you can go through different options and different screen settings. Now, over here, again, if you're new to trucks, this was a new one for me. This is a light, and that will light up the bed of the truck if you need it. We're going to talk more about bed lighting too. All right, let's come over to the molding and materials on the door here. It's got this textured look and kind of an unusual design. Dare I say, it looks a little space agey. I keep thinking like the door handle is right here, like I feel like it should be here. Maybe that's because the last vehicle I was in had it there. The door handles are actually up here. Let me tell you something that I wanted to love, but I don't quite love. So if you look at the design of this door, again, we've got lots of compartments down here, lots of places to put your stuff, to put a drink here. But if you look at this design right here, I don't know if you can see the molding, but it is specifically designed to put a large water bottle. So I said, that is fantastic. I am going to use that for my water bottle. And the only problem is it don't fit. It does not. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it does if I squeeze it in there. I just feel like that space, I feel like that's a pretty standard water bottle size, and it's kind of a tight fit. So I think that was, unless, Unless is that really how it's supposed to fit? What do you guys think? Oh, I wish it was a little bit bigger because I think that is a great idea. As you can see, this would not have fit under here. So I love that they have that there, but I don't know. I think I need some direction on that. Did I talk about this color yet? So on the two other trim levels, it's a different color package. When you get up to this level, this is the desert brown trim. You're going to see it not only on the dash, but you're also going to see it on the seats and on the doors. And I actually really like this color. Now let's check out things in the back. We've gone around the side and we're going to go into the back passenger seat. There's a reason I picked this side because this seat is up further and I want to give you an idea of my leg room. Very comfortable level of leg room. Now I am 5'3", so I am not a 6'2" guy trying to squish in the back here, but this seat is actually not even all the way up. So I have plenty of room back here. Let's see what other creature comforts we have. So right here we've got, again, USB connections for your back seat passengers. This is an option, the 120 volt, 400 watt power outlet. You have options for 2 outlets in this truck. This is one, the other one is in the bed that I'm going to show you. And then I looked at this and I said, what in the heck is that? What is that? Do you know? I'm going to pause for 1 second. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. What I'll tell you is that Ford has made this a very customizable vehicle, and they have a tremendous amount of accessories available. So this is where you can buy either a single cup holder mount or a double cup holder mount that you can simply slide right on there and that will fit. Now you may say, wait, what? Ford didn't give me cup holders in the back? Calm down. There are cup holders back here. Don't worry. First of all, you've got the same seat setup that you had in the front. So we've got the same doors. We've got the same water bottle area. Then we still have this middle console here, fold out, that has your cup holders here. So, okay, you're good. You're going to have your cup holders. You're going to be okay. Now, this is a truck. We need utility and we need storage, right? Yes, absolutely right. So let me show you what we can do with these seats. We need storage, we need utility. And that's why there is a loop on both sides. You pull the loop out and you fold this up. And now you've got all of this under seat storage. Looks like someone left some cereal in there. So lots of storage down here. I've actually seen photos that say you can fit a fully inflated basketball back here. So if you've got sports equipment, you can fit that well back here. The other thing I want to show you, I actually read about this, so I can't 100% confirm it, but what I have read is this area where the water bottle goes will fit a bicycle tire. So the thought is you put the seat up, you can fit a mountain bike back here, wedge the wheel in this groove, take a look and see if you see what I mean. Now, if you're thinking, I got a bed, why do I want to put a bike in there? I say, good point. Let's go check out the bed and see all of the things that you can do back there. This is where the Maverick gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy because let me show you. First of all, this is a manual lift gate, but it's not too heavy. It's pretty easy. Even a girl can do it. We've got some options. The first thing is with this lift gate. I'm probably gonna do this wrong, but this lift gate has a couple different positions. It's got this flat position. It's got the fully closed position, and then let's say you're bringing home big sheets of plywood and you have them. I'm actually going to take this trifold tonneau cover and push it back some because I got some cool stuff to show you. So let's say you've got some wide sheets of plywood and you've got them up here on your wheel wells. Well, you don't want them sagging down, so what you need to be able to do is adjust the position of the lift gate so that your plywood or whatever it is that you're hauling is going to go straight out and rest on the lip here. Well, how do you do that? You've got an adjustable lift gate, and you can do that simply by removing this piece right here and mounting it up a little bit higher. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Sit right up here. Now we have the lip of this tailgate is about even with those wheel wells right there. But wait, there's more. Now, one thing I didn't even mention is this spray-in bed liner, which is an option. I would always get a spray-in bed liner. That's just my thought there. But as we're looking at this, I hope you're noticing some maybe interesting features. If not, I'm going to point them out for you. So let's get on up in this truck and I'll show you some of the cool features. So over on this side, we've got another power outlet. There is also a light for the bed of the truck. I'm going to talk to you about an option for that in just a second. This one has bed rails in here, which is an option. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. But one thing that I love, it's pretty standard for beds to have little spaces for your drinks, you know, kind of like a cup holder. Well, back here, they have notches. They have a notch here on both sides, a notch here, and a notch here. And the reason it has notches is because they want to allow you to customize. I think actually they call this a FlexBed. I forgot to tell you, this is the FlexBed. They want you to be able to customize your bed back here. So these grooves are designed for either a 2x4 or a 2x6. You could fit one here to go straight across. If you're looking for some dividers back here, you could put them flat side down over here to create some platforms in the bed of the truck. So you have a lot of options here. There are more options. So over here, we have a little compartment. And this compartment, I've actually seen them suggest, like you could keep a portable compressor back here. It actually goes way down deep in here. So you could keep some tools back there. It does have a max weight of 20 pounds. So you could keep something pretty significant. In fact, the total bed payload, the max is 1,500 pounds here. One of the things I read about this FlexBed, about Ford in particular, is when they were designing the Maverick, they sent their engineering teams out. I've heard of companies that do this. I think it's really cool. They sent the engineering teams out to where people use pickup trucks. So moving into college dorms or going to home improvement stores or going to storage sites and really seeing how people use their pickup trucks. More importantly, how they customize their pickup trucks. And instead of adding a million options and a million features, Ford said, we want to give you the ability to do it yourself if that's what you want to do. So they have some DIY options built in. One of the things are these little power connectors right here. It's hard when your hands are freezing. But you pull this out and there are some wire connections right here. Now, if you're cool with doing your own electrical, you can use this for a series of different projects, one including running LED strips on the inside of the bed if you want to do some cool bed lighting back here. There are a lot of different DIY options that you could do. And Ford, there's another 12-volt connection over here. Ford provides a QR code. Back here, they also had it in the back of the truck, a QR code that when you scan that, it will take you to their website and it will give you at least 3 projects. So many options. So all of that is fun. All of that is good. But how does it drive? We're going to get behind the wheel now and I'm going to show you exactly that. Well, I am more than happy to get behind the wheel and take this on the road because it is freezing outside. And I didn't really talk about the engine. So what is kind of unusual for the Ford Maverick is the standard engine is a 2.5 liter hybrid engine with a CVT. Now, if it were me and I were picking out a truck, I would 100% go with hybrid because I think they're averaging something like 42 miles per gallon, like something really amazing. That's great. However, there is a case to be made for gasoline engine. So if you tow, the towing capacity is 2,000 pounds on either engine, either the gasoline or the hybrid. Speed bump. 2,000 pounds. However, you can, with the gasoline engine, get the upgraded towing package where you can tow up to 4,000 pounds. So this model, this edition that I have, has the 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine. Now that is a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. And if you are wondering if that is enough, well, the curb weight on this truck is 3731. That puts out about 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. Now those are actually really good numbers for a little truck like this. And so I find that it's really responsive and it moves really well. And even with the gasoline engine, you're going to get about, combined, you're going to get about 25 miles per gallon. I will say it has a funny little turn signal sound. What we're going to do is we're going to get out in front of this traffic and see how quickly we can accelerate. The turbocharge has a nice amount of power, and because of the size of the truck, it's really easy to handle, it's really easy to maneuver, and parking lots do not scare me like they do with other large vehicles. So really, really thrilled with the driving performance of the Maverick. I can't speak to the hybrid engine, but I tend to be a hybrid fan in the first place, so I don't think you could go wrong with either one. Inside, outside, if you're here, you probably already know that Maverick is a pretty cool truck. In fact, I just had to stop filming because someone came over and said, "How do you like your Maverick?" That doesn't actually happen as much as you would think when I'm reviewing cars. And I had to explain, well, it's just mine for the week. And then I got a whole story of his brother-in-law, and he's ordering one, but they're going fast and they often have a markup on them. But let's talk a little bit about that before we wrap things up. So I'm back here in the back to wrap this up because I think the FlexBed is really, that's kind of the coolest part of it for me. Like I said, this starts at $22,195. It maxes out probably 36 or pretty close to that, which is not bad if you're talking about fully loaded. And most importantly, it is such an easy truck to drive. I don't feel like I'm hogging up the road. It feels like a car. So if you're on the fence about, I don't know if I'm a truck person, you should go test drive one of these, and I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Now, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. Second of all, can I get a like just because I'm freezing and I stuck it out to show you all of the cool features of this Ford Maverick? And I'd love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know if you knew all the things that I showed you, or if there's something I missed that you can tell me. And be sure to hit subscribe so that you can come back for great content just like this. Thanks, guys.